Hello guys, welcome back to Mlungu's World. Today we're going to be discussing undertones as well as how to find the perfect shade of foundation and red lipstick. Okay, first up, let's discuss undertones. There are three main undertones. It's a warm undertone, a neutral undertone, and a cold undertone. Okay, to find out which undertone you are, you can do a couple of tests. First up, you can look at the jewelry that you mainly wear. If it's mostly gold, or if you look better in gold than you do in silver, that means that you have a warm undertone, which means your undertones have yellows, have peaches and oranges. But if you find out that you look better in silver, then that means you have a cool undertone, which means it's a blue grayish undertone. And then if you find that you look good in both gold and silver, then you are most probably a neutral undertone. Another test that you can do is to look at the color of your veins. If you see that your veins are green, then you are most probably a warm undertone. But if your veins are blue, then you are a cool undertone. Okay, why undertones are so important is because everything in makeup has undertones in them. So if you're choosing a foundation, you have to bear in mind if it has a cool undertone or a warm undertone. Because if you're a warm person and you wear a foundation with a cool undertone, then it won't look good on you. I'm going to be trying out three different foundations. First up is going to be Toast by Charlie. And then I'm going to try out Caroube by Revlon. And lastly, it's going to be Caramel 1 by Revlon. Okay, I'm going to be using this foundation brush to apply them all. Okay, let's discuss how these foundations look on my skin. Okay, first up is the one from Charlie. It's way too light for my skin tone. Then the middle one is Caroube by Revlon. That's a little bit too dark. And then lastly, it's the Caramel 1 by Revlon, which is pretty much close to my skin tone. Okay, what usually happens is this is my foundation color, Caramel 1, but since it's summer, my skin darkens a little bit, so it's still my color, but it just needs to be darkened a little bit. Since I'm just a little bit darker than this right now, I'm gonna mix it with just one drop of the darker Caroube. Okay, that's my base foundation applied. What you can do if you have a lighter foundation than yourself or a darker foundation than yourself, you can use it to contour your face or to highlight your face. That's what I'm going to do with the other two colors now. Okay, this is where you apply your highlight and then you blend that out. Okay, now that I've done my highlight, I'm gonna go in with Caroube and just bring out my cheek a little bit more. Okay, I've applied my contour. I also applied a little bit onto my forehead. This is a good trick if you feel that your forehead is a little bit on the bigger side and you want to slim down your face a bit. You can apply some dark foundation onto your forehead. Okay, now I'm just going to blend out my whole face using this kabuki brush. Okay, that's it. That's how you apply your foundation, how to find your shade, and also how to contour using foundation. The main important thing about contouring is that you're not trying to make cheekbones that never existed in the first place. You're just making light hit your face differently at different angles. Okay, next up we're going to be discussing red lipstick. I'm going to show you three different lipsticks. Okay, first of all, there's this notion in the black community that if you are black or if you are on the darker scale, that if you apply red lipstick, you look like a Zulu Bible. Okay, now that's not true. This is where undertones come into play as well, because there are some red lipsticks which are not suited for a person who is darker. Okay, that's where you apply what kind of an undertone you are, and then you look for lipsticks that have that undertone. Okay, since I'm a warm undertone person, I don't buy any cool undertone lipstick. So what I'm going to be showing you is lipsticks that are suitable for people with warm undertones. First up, I'm going to be trying out this chubby crayon from Woolworths in the color red. Now it's a bit too thick to apply straight onto the lips, so I'm going to be using a brush to apply it. Okay, this is how the Woolworths chubby crayon looks. It looks a bit orange, and that's because it has an orange undertone to it. Next up, I'm going to be showing you a different kind of red lipstick. But first up, to touch up on a problem that most black women face is the color of their lips. We find that sometimes our lips are not the same shade. Like if you look at my lips, they are a bit darker on the outer corners of my lips. To help with that problem, what you can do is to apply a lip pencil first. You can choose a red one to complement your red lipstick, or you can choose a neutral one. Okay, for this particular lipstick, I'm going to be using a neutral shade. I'm going to be using this one by NYX, which is 810 Natural. Okay, now I look like I don't have any lips, so I'm going to put them back on using NYX color Monte Carlo. And this is how the NYX Monte Carlo lipstick looks on. Okay, this is a liquid lipstick. The thing with liquid lipsticks is that they go on liquidy and then they dry matte. So it's very important that your lips are exfoliated and that you use a lip pencil with these lipsticks. Okay, finally I'm going to show you a red lipstick by NYX, and I'm going to be using it with a red lip crayon. Okay, now I'm going to be using this lipstick from Smashbox in the color Grenadine. Okay, that's it for my red lipsticks. So if you're still scared to try a red lip, I'd suggest you go for a more orange one, like the one from Woolworths, the chubby crayon in red. Thank you for watching. It's been great having you. Don't forget to share this video and to also subscribe. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye!